guys, I'm Bo Lorentzen and it's time for another boat walkthrough video. Today we're going to take a look at this amazing Moody 54DS. This is one of my all-time favorite boats, and actually I saw this boat when it was brand new a couple of years ago, and I got invited back on thanks to Seattle Yachts. Their information is in the description, so click down there if you're at all interested in this boat. Now let's get on board. Before we do, this is also a performance boat. I know it's hard to imagine it's this big, it's 54 feet DS, but it is a Hanse 588 hull that really will go. Follow me, put your headset on, get on board, click subscribe. As usually, let's go ahead and start up on the front deck. Up here on the front you have your anchor, you have the windlass right here, then you have twin furling head sails. What it means is you can do everything from in the cockpit. You do not have to come up here. This boat is an ideal single-hander liveaboard kind of boat. You have a 90% self-tacking jib. I mean, it doesn't get much more easy than that. You just turn the wheel, tacks from side to side, and ahead of that you have about 140% Genoa. I believe it was 140, and that of course comes further back, so you can set this up depending on different weathers. And of course, as always with a self-tacking jib, you can always roll it in a bit more if you get a lot of wind. Down here, that is actually the owner's cabin, and there's another light underneath all the pads over here. It's a very comfortable place to hang out. Here we have almost 18 inches of bulwark. That is amazing. You have the big cleats here, but this gives you an enormous amount of security, and you have the stainless steel sea rail the entire way back. Let's go back to the mast and take a look at what we got there. Well guys, up here then we have the self-tacking jib. The track is going from side to side. We have the double up line to the jib, and as usual with a self-tacking jib, the sheet goes all the way up, comes back down, and up to the cockpit. On the mast here, you have the halyards. These are pre-tightened, so you have your sail and halyards right here. You're operating this with a winch handle, which is probably a good idea because these ones are not exactly light things. Here you have the main sheet, and here you have another halyard. If you look down here, you can see how this goes down in this channel that's secured with easy access screws, and that goes up to the main helm station, so you can operate the boat from up there. Notice how the cabin is coming up. One of the amazing things that Moody did with this design, as I mentioned before, they stacked it. You have the cabins underneath the main floor, and you have the salon on top, so you get an enormous amount of space, much more than you typically would have in a 5-4-foot boat. That makes it a real deck saloon. The saloon is on the deck, not down with just a couple of windows you can kind of look out. You are on the deck. Follow me, let's get to the helm station. Oh, big step down here. On the way to the helm station here, I just want to point out these grab rails here. You can see them on the other side too. And again, this very deep bulwark. We have a very secure deck position right here. All right guys, so we're back here at the helm station. I'm sitting down on the bench, and I put your camera at my eye level-ish. Look forward, you can see the sight line. This is what the helmsman can see when you're coming in. And when you look through the cabin, notice you can actually see the boat on the other side, so you have visibility even when you're sitting down. But that said, I keep mentioning the handholds because I am a bit in love with Moody's deck salon boats. Look at this, right up here. I stand up, and now I have 360 view forward. All right, guys, let's take a closer look at the helm station here. We have the regular wheels, we have them on both sides, and one of the important things with this Moody, you have the Volvo Penta 150 horsepower control right here. And you have it, can you see it on the other side? This means that either side you're docking to, you can operate the engine controls right there. You also have the stern thruster, which on both sides, meaning wherever you are, you can operate the full boat. Way too many boats comes delivered with just one controller and one thruster controller, meaning you got to dart back and forth if you're docking on the other side. Moving on, down here we have jib furler, genoa furler, main furler, winch port, and winch starboard. So you have all your winches and furlers right here. You can operate this boat standing right here without having to run anywhere. You have the usual autopilot, depth, windage, and you have the Raymarine navigation system that also has a screen inside. In addition to being the touchscreen screen, it also has a manual controller, meaning if you're wearing your gloves, this is full of salt, you can still control your Raymarine even though it was born with touchscreen. Finally, of course, we have the start and stop of the Volvo Penta right here. And look forward again, because this is big. And now I'm gonna lift you up a little bit to my eye level. There you go. This is what you see. And if you stand up further, this is what you see forward. So you have a lot of forward view here on the Moody DS54. All right, guys, coming down in here to the cockpit, it's a lot of space. I'm gonna start with actually up here. You see this big compartment right here? This is the deck access to the tender garage. The tender garage comes back down, so you can fold it out and use it as your private beach wherever you're anchoring. Now, up here, we have an enormous storage because there's no cabin on this side, so this entire side of this boat is storage. You can put everything in here. This side here has the crew cabin underneath it. So before we go down, of course, the Moody feature. Isn't that nice? It's all shade, and we can open it back up. And all sail. And I can look up, I can see all my sails. Over here underneath is the crew cabin, and of course this table here comes down, and we can turn this into a huge outside bed if that's what we want to do. Which really quickly, if we say we sleep two here, two in the main salon, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can actually sleep 12 people comfortably on this boat. It's a big boat. You also have the walkthrough right here, and note they have a plate down here that's gonna keep waves from coming into your main living quarters if it's that kind of a day. Coming in here on your left, you have access to the crew quarters, and on the right is the galley. Of course, that's starboard on the boat. Forward, we have a big comfort lounge, and you have the interior helm station, nav station. Let's go take a look at it. Well, coming inside the Moody 54DS, the first thing you really see is, of course, look at that. You can see out windows the entire way around this boat. Here's our galley. We have a 3-burner stove and oven right here. It's of course hinged so it can work in a seaway. Over here we have fridge, and we have another fridge and freezer, and we have a 2-sink galley sink right here. There. Now looking around here, over there is down to the crew quarters. You've got a microwave and yet another refrigerator. Let's go check out the crew quarters. That coming down the steps here actually is one of my favorite features in the DS54, because unlike some of the larger older DSs, they made the access to the crew quarters inside the boat. So in bad weather, you don't have to open up the cockpit benches to get to the crew quarter. Take a look here. You have got 2 mattresses, easy storage for 2 crew. or a whole bunch of stuff. If you look in the back of this room over by the little cockpit window, you will see the air conditioner vent. So crew quarter is fully AC'd. Here you got storage and you got privacy. That was the one side, but there's a door here too. And here we have day head, laundry machine, and crew showers. Let's check it out. We're taking a quick look inside the day head, which is of course also the crew quarters head. It is a wet head, and in front of you there you see the dishwasher, you have electric head, and you have powered water, of course. And you have the gray water storage, or rather black water storage, in the wall there behind the head. Very nice conditions that frankly would be considered the owner's head in a lot of smaller boats. Let's go look at some of the bigger cabins. Well guys, before we go below, I wanted to show you the upstairs nav station right here. What I really like that they pushed it forward in the front of the boat. This is a very comfortable place to drive the boat. You have full visibility forward, you have visibility back, you can open up here and you can see your sails. And of course, you're right in the middle of the party right here with the rest of the boat, which, to be totally honest, everybody sits very comfortable here. And I'm sitting down now, and I can still look out 360 and out the back, and I can communicate from the galley or the helm station with people in the outside cockpit. Very good feature. That's a lot of stairs around here. Okay, this is like the landing at the bottom of the stairs from the main cabin. On starboard here we have a double or twin guest cabin with tons of storage. And over here on our left, that's port, we have the VIP twin guest cabin, and we have another day head, which is also in suite because there's a door going from the VIP cabin to the day head. Well, okay, so I lowered the camera. This is the VIP twin, actually more like a queen bed cabin. You see all the light you have. This comes from the interior cockpit, and here you have exterior in the hull over there, and an additional skylight that is vented and goes out to the bulwark. You got storage back there, you got storage here, you got storage all the way along the windows, which are called skylights, and you have storage under the bed. Look back here, and you have the AC right over there in the back. That's where I'll be sleeping, because I am more of a Arctic kind of person when it comes to temperatures. Amazingly nice bed. I mentioned, so we have the privacy. Ensuite, oh, you can't quite see that. This is the VIP suite, ensuite head, which has the wet head. You can see the toilet over there, which is also the shower cabin. I really like the teak flooring. And in here we have the sink, storage, and storage. There's lots of storage going on in here. And of course you can close this door from your cabin if you want some privacy, and it's going to be used as a day head. Let's go look at the other cabin. If you look around, this is basically a twin cabin, really nice. Again, we have the two windows in the hall, and we have a skylight on top that goes out to the bulwark. Of course, you do see the big indent here. That is the cabin, and that's actually the helm station up on top. And that is why we get so much extra space, because we lifted it, or Moody lifted the cabin up and tucked these two cabins underneath the deck salon. And that is creating basically catamaran type space in a mono hull. Okay, so quick disclosure. The owner of this boat graciously allowed us on board. He actually is on the boat right now, so I don't want to touch anything, but I do want you to look around and see how much space is in here. Here you have both storage space right here, place to sit down, workstation, I know people who claim this is a makeup station. As far as I'm concerned, it's a laptop station. And we have storage behind you here. There's storage here. Storage under the bed. There's storage down in the floorboards here. Coming over here, there's storage here and here. There's storage. You get the idea. There's a lot of storage in here. Then you have, that's a hall window. And up here on top, you have the bulwark skylight. And remember I was telling you, we have all of these lights, or these windows, that goes up to get natural light right here to get you so much light into this cabin. It's a big boat. It's a very big boat. Let's take a quick look in here, because of course, owner has ensuite head. Follow me. Well, here you have it, guys. This is the owner's ensuite cabin, and one thing I really like is they chose to have a dry head, so the toilet and the sink are both in their one room, and the shower cabin is all by itself. I hate the setup where the toilet gets rained on when you shower. Here you can go in and have a shower, and you don't have to clean down the sink and the toilet when you're done. It's a very nice iteration. And notice there's storage in the shower, there's storage up here on the wall and under the sink, and I like the teak work on the floor. Well guys, that was a very quick, I've been told those 45-minute videos is a bit longer than they're supposed to be. I'm here with Tiffany from Seattle Yachts, and the owner graciously let us on, but this was arranged by Seattle Yachts, and thank you so much for letting me on the boat. And Tiffany, if people are interested in a Moody 5.4, who do they call?
Well, they can talk to us brokers here at Seattle Yachts. We are the dealer on the West Coast for all Moody yachts.
800 number?
Oh gosh, now you're stumping me because I don't know right off the top of my head.
We're going to put that in the description.
Of course, you can come and take a look at this gently used model that is available for sale currently.
This is a great boat.
Yeah, and really you save a lot of money from ordering new. Not only does it take them a year to a year and a half to build them, this one's available now.
The two of us looked at this like 4 years ago, I want to say. And it was sexy back then, and it still is. And it's like, I feel, because Hanse took over Moody at some point in time, and they did a lot of things where I'm going, I like what they did here, because they got a Hanse touch on everything here. Like, instead of having the control station back here, you are sitting up here where you can actually see something more than just the party. You can still be we're talking together here.
Right.
You have full control here. You can drive from your autopilot. Here's the galley, so easy access to Mountain Dews for me, and white wine, and whatever people choose in this world. Crew cabin is back there, and the one thing I've been harping on about in this boat is it has full air conditioning, and the only thing Tiffany did not turn on is the air conditioning. So we gotta wrap this up, but bottom line is, this is a fantastic liveaboard. You can single-hand it. It's a great boat.
Absolutely.
You can envision living here.
Right. Well, and it checks, a lot of times we have these couples where, one partner has one idea and another partner has another idea, and this tends to marry all of those ideals together. And it really checks everybody's boxes, so we found.
Checks the box. It's checking my boxes, and I gotta sneak out of here before she starts putting out leasing papers. So, thank you so much for watching. Please check out all the Seattle Yachts information in the description. Also, click subscribe, click nominate and whatever, click like. Make sure you see we've got more videos coming up, and I know we've got a couple of Seattle Yachts new sailboats coming up, and so we'll get back to that. Click subscribe and you're going to see them first.